it's almost like you rewire your brain to say, hold on, stop dwelling on this. It isn't important. You are important. Good morning. Today, I've obviously just woken up, as you can see, and today is my last chemo. 6 months working with Gila, chemoECSTASY. So grateful because it's just flown by, and I don't know how I would have done it without her. Honestly, I really don't know how I would have done that without her. chemoECSTASY has taught me how to just get through this properly and not be like so scared either. Like before working with her, I was terrified, and now I'm like, oh, I'm kind of looking forward to this. Anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit, guys. Bye. And to be honest, I used this throughout a lot of my chemo journey because I lost my brow hair. I didn't want people to look at me in the street and think, oh, she's got cancer. You know what I mean? They look at these people and they think, oh, poor thing. And I didn't really want sympathy, you know? I don't want sympathy throughout this whole journey, to be honest. In fact, every time someone says to me, when they hear I've got cancer, and they're saying, oh, you're so brave, I'm like, it's not bravery. I have no choice, in the sense of I have got cancer. So the choice is I either crack on and learn to heal myself, or I sit and cry about it, you know? And I did sit and cry about it at the very beginning, but I said to myself, I'm not going to continue this. This isn't going to help me. I'm going to crack on with it because my options are living my life whilst I've got it in a fun way. I know that sounds really weird to say fun way whilst having cancer, but it's possible, trust me. Or be, oh, woe is me. And I didn't want to be that woe is me person. So I decided to have fun with it. And that's probably, in fact, you know what? It's not probably, it's definitely because of Gila and the chemoECSTASY, because it taught me that life is short. Life is short, and we all know that, right? But until you're faced with something like cancer, you don't realise how potentially short it is, because you're thrown with an actual potential death card. Oh, actually, I could die any day. And yeah, so it was either I hear that I've got the cancer and think that's it, I'm dying, or I've got the cancer and think, okay, this is my chance to live. Ironically, it sounds weird, doesn't it? But my chance to live, because, oh, I'm going to get emotional. Yeah. In this room, when I think back, when I was first diagnosed, I just remember picking up the phone to one of my best friends and crying and breaking down, and I was just over there, and I'm picturing it, and to be there, to think back there, and to now be like, I'm having my last chemo session. And I know it sounds really weird doing this, because why am I doing this? I'm about to have chemo. I'm about to have a cold cap on. I'm pretty sure that them fiddling with the cold cap is going to take all this off anyway. But like I said, because this is my last one, I just kind of wanted the nurses to almost be shocked at, like, thinking, Athena, why are you looking so well? How are you looking so well, as you know? And I'll be saying, because chemoECSTASY. Honestly, when I first heard of chemoECSTASY, when I first heard it, I thought, oh, that's a little bit, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a little bit insensitive to say chemoECSTASY, because chemoECSTASY, how are you going to have anything as ecstasy in chemo? Do you know what I mean? However, the whole point of it is so that you can have chemo without all the severe and harsh side effects that they can produce. So now it makes sense. However, I do understand that that can be a triggering thing for people who have never done this course. When Gila's talking about chemoECSTASY, I don't think she only means that you're just going to have no side effect whatsoever from chemo, and that's the point of the course. I don't believe that that is what she's teaching. I believe that she's teaching, yes, you're going to have chemo without the side effects associated with chemo, but it's also changing your mindset and realizing that you can go through cancer in general with a positive attitude and feeling hopeful and just living your life and your best life as well. So that is a huge difference, and I think that should be made apparent, because honestly, this isn't just about chemo, you know, this is about everything. This is about how you deal with your day-to-day business and your day-to-day life. So what I'm going to say about that is chemoECSTASY and the course in general with Gila didn't just teach me how to have no side effects, you know. It taught me what negativity can do to the body and how life is short, etc., etc. It's almost like you rewire your brain to say, hold on, stop dwelling on this. What has happened here has happened. Register it, take it in, work on it, but move on, and move on quickly. Don't dwell on it. So that's what I'm saying about this chemoECSTASY. It's not just, oh, I'm going to go into this and learn how not to have side effects. It's actually how to just live your life as well without all the horrible sensation. So I'm on my way to chemo, and a bit bumpy. As per my usual routine, I'm going to do my affirmations. Okay, so this is what I do every time I have chemo. I speak to my immune system with my teachings with Gila. So if it sounds weird to you, it makes sense to me. So thank you, chemo, today for coming in to help. My immune system, you are going to rest in the green room. You're going to rest and you're going to take your time to heal. Chemo, please work your magic today, and thank you for everything that you have done throughout the 6 months. Immune system, tomorrow after 24 hours you're going to come out and you're going to come alive. So that's it, I've completed my journey. I rang the bell and the nurses were there and all clapped for me, and I got quite emotional. You can see the tears, but it's the end of a massive era, guys. I actually got to ring the bell.